Suspense. Dun, 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 dun.
This is Tech Math 2, and it's a Chapter 1 review. So we're going to start at page 70, and we're going to look at the review problems. So we'll start with problem number 2, because we're going to do the even ones. So I have plus 5 minus plus 7 plus minus 3 minus a minus 6. Now, I would probably just put this in my calculator and do it. I mean, there shouldn't be any reason that I can't do that. So it'd be 4 minus 7 minus 3 plus 6 looks like 0 to me. Okay, we'll look at number 14. Minus 5 minus 15 minus 20 in parentheses 9 times 0 minus 4 minus minus 4. Okay. Things that are in parentheses have to be done first by our order of operation. So I would go minus 5 minus 5 up there, divided by 0 plus 0 under here. Now, I'm dividing by 0. Division by 0 is not allowed, so there is no answer. No answer. Because I'm not allowed to divide by 0. Number 20. We're supposed to write 5.61 times 10 to the minus 4 in decimal form. So we'd move the decimal point over 4 places to the left. 0, 0, 0, 5, 6, 1. Okay. Okay, we'll do number 26 next. 19.8 liters, 14.4 liters. We're supposed to be adding these things. 0.006 liters, 17.431 liters. Okay, well, this problem has to do with precision and accuracy. We only have 3 significant digits, so we're only going to keep 3 when we get done. And should we throw it in our calculator? Probably not. So I've got a 3 and a 1 sitting there. I have a 6 sitting here, 1 to carry. 10, 10, 27, 2 to carry, 5. So I'd probably just put it in my calculator and do that, but when I got done, my answer would be 57.6 liters. I don't have any more accuracy than that. Okay. We're moving on to number 40. We have b to the 12th divided by b to the 3rd. Okay, so I've got 12 b's on top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I have 3 on the bottom. 1, 2, 3 b's on the bottom. The 3 on top and the 3 on the bottom go away. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 left over. And so I would have b to the 9th. Now, in chapter 8 of the book, we'll see that this is b to the 12 minus 3, which becomes b to the 9th and becomes much easier to do. But that's just the way it is. Okay, now we're going to look at problem number 44. Okay, 44. 5a cubed squared. Okay, so that would be 5 squared a cubed squared. So I got 25 a times a. So that'd be 25 a to the 6th. If that looks like an a. Does that look like an a? Now it does. Alright, we're going to simplify square roots. I'm looking at number 52. The square root of 49, I recognize that as 7, so I just write it down. I look at the square root of 63, and I say, well, I don't remember what that is, but that's 3 times 21, which is 3 times 7. Alright, so this is going to be 3, the square root of 7 would be how I would simplify the root. It didn't tell me put it in my calculator and come up with the right answer, so that is what I would do with that problem. Find the square root to 3 significant digits. I got number 56, square root of 3147. So I would take out my calculator, turn it on, and find the square root of 3147. And my calculator says 56.098128131. But I'm only going to find it to 3 significant digits. That's what the problem says to do. So I would have a final answer 56.1 would be my final answer for that problem. Then problem number 58, I'm supposed to find a product. So I've got minus 3a squared bc cubed times 8a cubed bc. Alright, so I've got 3 times 8 minus 24 a to the 5th b squared c to the 4th. I have 2 b's, I have 4 c's, I have 5 a's, and that's the way I would work that problem. We'll do 67 next, number 67. X plus y minus 7, 2x minus y plus 3. Alright, so I go x times 2x, 2x squared, y times, oh, don't want to do that. Undo, I'd go x times minus y minus xy. I'd go x times 3 plus 3x. Then I'd go y times 2x, 2xy. Y times y minus y squared. Y times 3 plus 3y. Then I go minus 7 times 2x. And I'd have a minus 14x. And then minus 7 times minus y plus 7y. And then minus 7 times 3 minus 21. And now that I have these guys all lined up, I would just add like terms, 2x squared plus xy minus 11x minus y squared plus 10y minus 21. And that would be my final answer. Okay, I'm going to do number 70 next. Okay, so we're doing number 70. I have 48x squared minus 24x plus 15 over 3x. I see that 48 is divisible by 3, 24 and 15 are all divisible by 3. X doesn't go into every term, so the only thing I can do is 3 goes into there, 16x squared times minus 8x plus 5 divided by x, and that would be the best I could do on a problem like that. Moving down to problem number 74. Number 74, 3x squared plus 5x minus 3 divided by x plus 1. Well, we're going to go back up and revisit number 70. And we're going to do it slightly different. We're going to say that I'm going to take 3x and divide it into 48x squared minus 24x plus 15. So I'm going to go into here 16x times, and I have 16x squared, 48x squared. I bring down these guys, 48x plus 15. I go into there minus 8 times minus 24. I subtract, I get a 15. Remainder 15. So my answer would be 16x plus 8, remainder 15 is what I'm looking for there. Okay, I come down to this problem, and I'm going to do the same thing. So I've got an x plus 1, and I'm going to divide that into 3x squared plus 5x minus 3. And this is going to be 3x squared, 3x squared. Alright, so 3x, I got a 3x squared, I've got a 3x. I'm going to subtract, I get a 0. I subtract, I get a 2x minus 3. It's going to be a plus 2. I get a 2x. I get a plus 2. I subtract. I get a minus 5. Remainder 5. Remainder minus 5. So that would be my final answer for number 74. Okay, now we're going to solve equations. So we're working on number 76. 6x plus 7 equals minus 17. I'm going to subtract 7 for both sides and get 6x is equal to minus 24. I'm then going to divide both sides by 6 and get that x is equal to minus 4. And then I'm going to write my final answer as x is equal to, in a solution set, minus 4, like that. Okay, we'll do number 80 next. And I have 1/4 x plus 8 is equal to 3/4 x minus 7/2. So the first thing I would do is say, I don't like fractions, so I'm just going to multiply everything by 4 and change the equation to x plus 32 is equal to 3x minus 14. Okay, I'm then going to subtract x from both sides and get 32 is equal to 2x minus 14. Then I'm going to add 14 to both sides and get that 2x is equal to 46. Then I'm going to divide both sides by 2, and I'm going to have x is equal to 23. And then for my final answer, I'm going to put it in a solution set 23. Now, I could go back and check my work. So if we could remember what problem we were solving, number 80. So 1/4 times 23 plus 8 is supposed to be 3/4 times 23 minus 7/2. Okay, well, we're back trying to figure out whether or not this guy is equal. So, so I got 23/4 plus 32/4 is supposed to equal to 69/4 minus 14/4. Okay, so I got 55. 55/4 is supposed to equal to 55/4. So check my answer check so I can proceed on. Okay, we're going to proceed down to number 84 next. 84. 24.6x minus 45.2 equals 0.4 39.2x plus 82.5. And when we get done, we're going to want to go and have 3 significant digits. So we better carry 4 significant digits with us on the problem so that we can do that. Okay, so I got 24.6x minus 45.2 is equal to I'm using my calculator, 0.4 times 29. Well, that's good. 0.4 times 39.2. So I've got 15.68x plus 0.4 times 82.5. 33. Okay, so we're going to add 45.2 to both sides of the equation, and we're going to subtract 15.68x from both sides of the equation. Okay, so that's our plan. Okay, so 24.6 minus 15.68. I end up with 8.92x is equal to 78.2. Because that's a plus sign. 78.2. Okay, I'm going to divide both sides by 8.92. 8.92. X is equal to 78.2 divided by 8.92. And the calculator says 8.766816143. But I'm only supposed to have 3 significant digits. So for my final answer, I will write x is equal to 8.77. And then I could put that back in the problem to check it. I don't know that I want to do that, but nah, I don't think I will. I think I'll just call that right. All right. So now I guess it's time to do number 90. Seeing that that's an electronics problem, number 90, I have the impedance is equal to the square root of the reactance squared plus the inductive reactance squared. The resistance squared plus the inductive reactance squared. And I know, and I'm supposed to find Z, so Z is going to be equal to 40.0 squared plus 37.7 squared, and this is in ohms and this is in ohms. Okay, and impedance normally would have an angle associated with it, but this is only chapter 1, so we don't have to do that. 40. Okay, I'm going to put in square root of 40 squared plus 37.7 squared equals, and I'm going to get 54.966262338. And then I'm going to ask myself, I only have 3 significant digits, so I'm going to round this off and say my impedance for my final answer, the impedance is going to be a solution set 55.0 ohms, because I'm going to round up to 3, and when I do that, that becomes a 0, that becomes a 1. Okay, then we're going to do 91, which is another electronics question, 91. And we have 1 over R is 1 over R1 plus 1 over R2 plus 1 over R3, and we want R3. All right, so we got 1 over 4.5 ohms minus 1 over 12.5 ohms minus 1 over 8.5 ohms is going to be equal to 1 over R3. Okay, so R3 is 1 over 4.5 minus 1 over 12.5 minus 1 over 8.5. And now it's just the issue of putting in our calculator so that we get the order of operations right. So I'm going to put 1 divided by parentheses 1 divided by 4.5 minus 1 divided by 12.5 minus 1 divided by 8.5, close parentheses, and then hit the enter button. So that's my plan. Okay, so 1 divided by parentheses 1 divided by 4.5 minus 1 divided by 12.5 minus 1 divided by 8.5. I didn't hit the 5 button. 5, boom, enter. And I end up with R3 is 40.69148936, but I'm only going to have significant digits down to the 10th place. So I'm gonna write R3. Final answer 40.7 ohms is how I would do that. Okay. All right, we're going to drop down to number 115, and then we're going to call it a day. So I'm looking at 115, and it says Coulomb's law for electric charges states that the force, so the force between two charges varies jointly with Q1 and Q2, and varies inversely with the square root of the distance d squared between them. I have two charges. I have plus 20 microcoulombs, and I have a plus 12 microcoulombs, and I am on 0.06 meters apart. We are not going to do this in centimeters. It has to be done in meters. And we know we're trying to find a K sitting right here. So force is equal to K Q1 Q2 d squared, and in this particular case the force is equal to 600 newtons to two significant digits. So we have two significant digits in the whole problem. That 0 is also significant. Okay, so we're going to solve for K. K is equal to 600 newtons, the distance squared, divided by 20 microcoulombs times 12 microcoulombs. Okay, so we're going to put that in a calculator. 600 times 0.06 squared divided by 20 double E minus 6 divided by 12 double E minus 6. Okay, and we get 9 times 10 to the 9th. And the units we would have would be newtons meters squared per coulomb squared is what our units would be. All right, so what force is produced if a minus 36 guy and a 12 guy are 12 centimeters apart? Okay, so I know my K. I want to know the force, and I'm at 9 times 10 to the 9th, and I'm at minus 36 microcoulombs, and I have 12 microcoulombs, and I'm 0.12 meters squared. Okay, so I'll put that in my calculator. Times 36 double E minus 6 times 12 double E minus 6 divided by 0.12 squared equals, so I have 270 newtons. 270 newtons. Well, we wouldn't want to say that that's significant because we only have two significant digits, right? But I have a minus sign. What does that mean? Well, that means that they are attracting each other. So it's not negative 270 newtons, it's just that the force is that direction. So these things are attracting each other. The two guys that were both positive, they're repelling each other. So this is a repulsive force. One positive and one negative is an attractive force. Okay, so that ends the video for Chapter 1 review. Thank you very much.